Hello world, I'm an average Joe and I play games, and in today's video I'm going to talk about my Advanced Warfare wish list. So it's June, and usually sometime in June the multiplayer reveal comes out for the next Call of Duty. So I figured it was a good time to get my wish list out there before we get the multiplayer reveal and see what all goodies we're going to get in the next Call of Duty. So the gameplay you see is a Black Ops 2 game of Capture the Flag. I was dropped into it in the middle of it, but end up doing work and finishing near the top of the leaderboard. And I picked this gameplay in particular because I'm playing in the Mercenary playlist in Black Ops 2, and that's my first item. My number one thing that I would like to see return in Advanced Warfare is a Mercenary mosh pit, Mercenary playlist that does not allow parties or clans to play in it. As you guys know from watching my Road to Commander series, that I do not like it when Clan Wars is going on, because as a player that predominantly plays solo, when you play against a party of 3 or 4, not even just a full party, it can just be a party of 3 or 4, it is really difficult to do well and to do it consistently. When the enemy team is making call-outs, they're calling in SATCOMs, or they're all running support score streaks. You're fighting through 3 or 4 oracles in a round or in a game. It makes it really challenging to fight through that, and it really spoils some of the fun for solo players like myself. So that's my number one wish to be in Advanced Warfare, is to have that Mercenary playlist mode. The second item on my wish list is a lock-on launcher. I think that that's something that Ghosts really lacks, is having that lock-on launcher, because if an enemy team calls in a helo pilot or the battle hind, those score streaks can do work, especially the helo pilot on maps like Prison Break or Whiteout, where there's just wide open maps. They can just dominate the game. So having a lock-on launcher, I think, would be really useful. And it doesn't have to be like a Stinger or Strela, with the 2 shots. I always thought that those lock-on launchers that have 2 shots were a little overpowered, because they can bring down even some of the higher-end score streaks with just 1 reload. But I do like having a single-shot lock-on launcher, the Law or the Small type weapons in previous Call of Duties, because then it takes you either multiple lives, or it takes multiple teammates to bring down a single score streak. And I just think that kind of balances it. Your assault players that are running those high-end assault score streaks still get rewarded for earning them, because it takes longer to shoot them down, because you only have 1 rocket in your launcher. I'd also like to see EMP grenades come back. I think that thematically it makes sense, with Advanced Warfare being set in the future, to have some of those futuristic grenades. I almost always ran EMP grenades in Black Ops 2, in large part because the sentry guns in Black Ops 2 were so overpowered. But I'd be okay if they nerfed the EMP grenades a little bit, to where instead of destroying the score streaks, it would just knock them out for an extended period of time, kind of like what concussion grenades used to do to IMSs or to sentry guns in, I think it was Modern Warfare 3 it did it. So I'd be okay with that, but also to provide the EMP effect when you hit somebody with your grenades. The fourth item on my wish list is to introduce some form of dashboarding punishment. So I don't know if it's just the players that I run into, but I face that a lot, especially when I start doing well. And going back to those the problem with not having a lock-on launcher, what I've noticed, I don't run like the helo pilot in Ghosts anymore, because when I would call it in, the entire enemy team would just leave. And I think that that there should be some form of dashboarding punishment in Call of Duty. Maybe some sort of countdown timer where you cannot join a new lobby until that countdown timer expires, and maybe tie it to the original lobby that you just left, and so you cannot join a new game until the game that you quit out of concludes. And so I think that would discourage dashboarding or rage quitting, which is it really ruins the fun for everyone. There should be some allowance for dashboarding when there's a tremendous amount of lag, though. So if your ping is above a certain amount, the dashboarding punishment should not apply to you. And that brings me to my next point. Please show us ping numbers. We kind of went backwards. We had the old bar system, since the dawn of time in Call of Duty, and they took that out in Ghosts, and now we have no indicator of what your connection is. So please just show us ping numbers. In 2014 or Call of Duty Advanced Warfare will come out at the end of 2014, almost 2015. Most players know what a ping is. Just show the numbers, and I'm a computer scientist, so if I have a high ping, I can take a look at my router settings. There's different things I can do. I mean, at the end of the day, it's based on a peer-to-peer connection, but I understand that information, and I want to know that information. And I really think that that Black Ops 2 got it right when it came to having score streaks instead of kill streaks. I think that helped to encourage objective gameplay, and I think that Advanced Warfare should find more ways to encourage objective gameplay. They helped to get it right in Kill Confirmed in Ghosts when they made this scoring update that the tags, both the confirming tags and denying tags, add half of kill to your streak, but it's not enough in other modes like domination. There's not enough of a reward in just giving one kill towards your streak for jumping on a flag. And so there's so many times that I may be the only person on my entire team that's capping flags. I'll finish with there's been games that I've lost and I finished with 13 flag caps, and everyone else on my team has 1 or 2 flag caps, and that isn't a lot of fun. I play to win the game. That's why I don't have a high kill to death ratio, because I'll die on flags a lot. So finding ways to encourage more objective gameplay, I would strongly encourage Sledgehammer Games to bring back the score streak system instead of the kill streak system, and actually increase the amount of score that you get per objective even more. So instead of being 200 a flag like it was in Watch This Fail. I don't know why I don't shoot this guy. I'm just running around trying to knife him, and he gets me. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so instead of making it 200 points a flag cap, make it 300 points a flag cap, so that you really get rewarded for playing that objective and playing it hard. Speaking of score streaks, I would like to see a little bit stronger score streaks. In Ghosts, they really nerfed them, so I'd really like to see those a little bit more powerful score streaks come back. Reward players for doing really well. And the last thing that I would like to see is smaller maps. I'm a big fan of Nuketown and Strike Zone and those really smaller maps. I can really do work and really enjoy those. So that was my Call of Duty Advanced Warfare wish list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a like, favorite, and subscribe. And post down in comments below the things that you would like to see in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Alright, we will see you guys later.